Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lando from the Snap coming at you with Week 9 waiver wire must-add players to start in Week 9. We have a serious bye week. We have the Browns, Cowboys, Broncos, Giants, Steelers, and 49ers on bye, so you're going to need to add these players and start them. Now, no one on this list is the blow your entire FAAB budget or your number one priority, but I will go through how much money to spend if I'm willing to really start them or if they're a stash for later on. My number one running back add is someone you really just need to check to see if they're available, and that's Tyler Allgeier from the Falcons. Now Patterson is coming back, but I don't expect him back this week. He did get 14 attempts on the ground, 39 yards on the ground, and 46 yards through the air, so that's pretty good. He got in the end zone this past week. Maybe he gets in again, but I do think against the Chargers this week, he is a solid add. I would drop maybe 5 to 10% on him depending on your need at the running back position. Another must add, and you have to check to see if he's available, is Khalil Herbert. Not only is he a great handcuff, he is getting a lot of work. 16 attempts on the ground, 99 yards and a touchdown. Love to see that. He's not getting any targets through the air, but Khalil looks explosive. He looks great alongside David Montgomery, and he's a really good handcuff. And the good thing is they play Miami Dolphins. We did see Jamal Williams get in the end zone a couple times. Khalil Herbert is a great start, stash, and really rosterable running back. Another guy is we need to check in to see Gus Edwards and his status, because Kenyan Drake should be considered this week. And he's probably not a long-term play because they do have a bye week after New Orleans. New Orleans isn't a good matchup, but he's available in most leagues. A lot of people dropped him after Gus Edwards had that big game a couple weeks ago. But if you're in a desperate position, I'd put $1 or $2 depending on if you really need Kenyan Drake. And that really only depends if Gus Edwards is out. Another guy that got some work, he's owned in about 62% of leagues, is Nyheim Hines. Now, Jonathan Taylor was banged up with an ankle, did come back in the game, but I do think Nyheim Hines is a must-add. If he's available, I would consider spending maybe 10 to 15% if you're desperate, and then you do have some insurance policy if Jonathan Taylor is out. Nyheim Hines is Nyheim Hines. He's going to get some passing work through the air, but it's not a trustworthy guy if indeed that Jonathan Taylor's active. Now, some must-stashes, guys. Even if they're on bye this week, that's Jaylen Warren, who's on bye. I do think he's a must-stash. He looked really good and was getting some attempts on the ground. James Cook also was getting some work and looked great as well. They're on bye, or no, they played the Jets. So what I like about the Jets is that it should be a blowout game. So James Cook is a potential fringe flex play because they're likely going to blow out the Jets, and they will not need Devin Singletary. Finally, my stash is going to be Rachaad White. He's owned in about half of leagues, but I do think he should be looked at. He was getting about a 26% snap share, so still not great. He's just a premium handcuff. Now let's get into the wide receivers. We have a big game from Rondale Moore, and now I don't believe we should be chasing the points here. He played on 99% of snaps, 8 targets, which I love to see, and a touchdown. Rondale Moore is one of those guys. I don't think you can trust him, but they do play the Seahawks. It should be a pretty good game. And the 8 targets is what I really like to see. A couple weeks ago against Seattle, again, he had 10 targets, so maybe as a pickup and start. My next guy is going to be Darnell Mooney. Now, he's available, and he's owned in about 65% of leagues. I don't love it, but against Miami, if he's available, I think he's an add and start if you need it, but he's probably owned in your league. My next guy is someone that may have been dropped, and he's on bye, so check out for Michael Gallup. We did see 6 targets go his way, and I do think that if he's dropped this week, you should definitely add him, especially if you don't need a start at the wide receiver position. Finally, let's get into tight ends. We have Isaiah Likely, who had a huge game on Thursday night against Tampa Bay, 77 yards and a touchdown. It's possible that Mark Andrews misses another week, but the reports are coming out that he's looking good. It's not a serious shoulder injury. Either way, I don't mind Isaiah Likely as a tight end start. Evan Engram had another big game for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He played on 93% of snaps. They played the Las Vegas Raiders. I think Evan Engram is a fringe stream tight end play. my number one quarterback stream of the week is going to be Justin Fields. He played the Dolphins, like I mentioned earlier, and he's getting a lot of work on the ground. You love to see that. 60 yards on the ground he had 8 attempts, 14 attempts the week before, 12 attempts the week before that. Justin Fields is a weapon on the ground. He reminds me a little bit of Jalen Hurts, how they use Josh Allen. I heard they stole plays from the Ravens, so you love to see that for the Bears. And I do think Justin Fields is a very viable stream play if you need a quarterback. So I would like to put on 5 or 10% if you need a quarterback play. And Justin Fields, they have a great schedule going forward. Detroit, Atlanta, the Jets. Really like that for the Bears in the next few weeks. All right, guys. Let me know if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below. We answer every subscriber question. So if you have questions about start sits, your waiver wire ad, let me know in the comments. We will see you next time.